Hello, we are back, round 3 of OMRL Season 3B, and we're here at the Turkish Grand Prix, ready to see some laps. We've got 3 laps of qualifying to determine who will get pole position. On board with OMRL at the moment, who did the season opener. Let's go towards the front. Who have we got? We got Tyne in first, has a few OMRL poles to his name. Can he get some more? Well, one more. We'll have to wait and see. His first race of the season as well. Here he goes up to the final few corners. Difficult set of corners to get right. And he's onto the grass slightly there, up to the line. 30.47 puts him P5 as Strudel takes provisional pole. 29.88 for Strudel. So a great lap from him. 10th and a half clear of Z Green at the moment, our championship leader. Here we go. Who are we going on board with? Let's go on board with Z Green. He is currently first in the session. And up to the line. Doesn't improve. Does anyone improve? Nick up to 5th, and that's Nadir up to 6th as well. That's Titu then goes up to 5th. So good laps from them 3. No one at the top improving. Can anyone beat Strudel? They have one final chance to do it. So watch Zed Green using all and more of the track. As he comes into the final few corners. Or onto the grass there on the exit, and he's not going to improve. Does anyone improve? Nadir up to P2. I think that was Kozil up to P8 as well. But Strudel, only driver into the 29s. He's on pole. Then you've got Nadir second, Zed Green third, Kiato, Oscar Fan, T2, Nick, Kozil, Tyne, and then Compressor P10. Loxian 11th, Lemons 12th, Omabab P13, Leo takes 14th, Snowy Otter P15, and then Fast Pace quite far behind in the end in P16. Here we go, 17 laps. Here in Turkey, got Strudel on pole, Nadir alongside him, both on the mediums, and we are underway. Nadir gets a great start, and there we go, he's at the inside, and he takes the lead. Strudel onto the grass, and he's lost another place as well. Zed Green up to P2. Great start from Nadir, he takes the lead of the race. Can Zed Green challenge? So wait and see, can he go at the inside? Nadir covers it off early, and he manages to hold it. Good stuff. Kiato into the grass there. That's allowed T2 to get past Tyne as well. As Compressor onto the grass, he's lost a lot of places. He's now down the order. As that's Zed Green getting past Nadir. And Strudel onto the grass again. He's lost another place to Nick. So up to P3 for Nick. Great stuff from him. So we watch Nadir. Is he going to challenge for the lead? Is he going to have to go around the outside? Can he make it work? He does. Up to P1. Nick also trying to make some moves. And there we go. It's up to P2 for Nick. Lovely stuff. And Zed Green onto the grass a bit there. As that's Nick trying to make the move on Nadir. They're going to be side by side. But Nick gets in front before the straight. Lovely stuff from Nick. Now Zed Green trying to challenge. And Nadir lets him through. Zed Green up to P2. As Nick makes a mistake on the final corner. Can Zed Green make a move? No, he can't. And that's Kiato getting past Strudel up to P4. Much better race from Kiato this time around. There we go, Nick and Zed Green battling. Zed Green onto the grass, and that has allowed Nadir to get through. Can he make a move on Nick for the lead? Goes up the inside, and he's through. Takes the lead of the race. Nick on the exit, bit of a mistake. Now Zed Green, can he make a move? Not quite. That's allowed Kiato and Strudel to now catch up to these guys. Due to their battering, Kozil and Oscar Fan not too far behind as well. P3 and P4 in the championship for those two, so they need to try and make some progress if they want to challenge for the title. Nadia's managed to pull a bit of a gap here. Seguin trying to make a move. Can he do it? He's going to have to, I was going to say go around the outside, but it just keeps changing. And that's Nick onto the grass. Kiato's through. Can Strudel also get through? No, he can't. Strudel's onto the grass again, unfortunately. And he's lost even more places. Not having a good race so far. Strudel. He's now battling with Veloxian for P7. Got Nick and Kiato side by side for P3. Nick very deep. He ends up going onto the grass himself and actually loses quite a few places himself there. But he's still going to keep going into turn 1. And he's back through on Kiato. Oscar Fan also getting through. That's now Kozil up into the podium places as well. So he's had a great start. Up to P3. But for how much longer? Nick around the outside. Great move from Nick. And he retakes the P3. Oscar Fan now getting through as well. So Oscar Fan just slowly making up ground. He's doing a good job so far. As Nick into the pit lane along with Nadir. Nadir onto the hard tyres. What I assume is his only stop. Nick also onto the hard tyres. So have to wait and see how well them hards can work. So we've got Oscar Fan trying to make a move on Kozil. Can't make it happen though. Got Strudel and Tyne now side by side. Tyne now gets ahead. Kiato's lost a lot of ground. He is now down in P8. He's got Nadir behind him. And Nadir up the inside. Kiato, I think, has given up on life there after that move. Kozil hasn't pitted yet, still leading. Zed Green has pitted. He's come out not hugely far behind. I say that, I think he and T2 have just collided because they're both very slow on the exit, and that has allowed Nick to now try and make a move. Oscar Fan has also managed to catch these guys as well, and Zed Green losing even more time. There we go, Kiato has retired, our first retiree of the race. We're now down to 15 drivers in this one. That's Kozil. Comes out the pit lane. He comes out just behind Zeguin in P7. As we watch Nadir trying to get past Compressor and Tyne, and he has done just that. So these two haven't pitted yet. I'm sure they'll probably both be in for softs very, very soon. As Tyne trying to go around the outside. And Tyne actually stays out. Compressor's in though. So Nadir has a nice gap here. It's Compressor on soft. We'll have to wait and see how much progress he can make. Loxian's managed to catch these guys as well. And a very good lap. 30.33. Not far off the fastest lap of the race there. So good stuff from Loxian. So Nadir has quite a nice gap. Let's wait and see if Nick and Zed Green can try and catch these guys. Zed Green does have lap fresher tyres. So can he utilise them? Got Oscar Fan behind on the mediums as well. Kozil, Strudel, Loxian all on the mediums. Maybe they could try and help these guys catch Nadir. And that's Oscar Fan into the grass, unfortunately for him. And he's into the sand there. Him and Loxian colliding and losing a lot of time. Unfortunately for them, they've now got Strudel and Compressor. With them as Compressor gets past Strudel. And Strudel is back past Compressor though. So nice stuff from him. We've got Nick and Zed Green still battling these guys. Don't think they're really going for the win here. They're just fighting for the P2. Nadir has managed to pull away, doing a very good job. Only has 2 points so far this season, Nadir. So this will be a great result for him. Hopefully try and bounce his season back on track. We watch these battling. Compressor still trying to get past. Tyne now also in this fight as well. On the soft tyres, he'll be looking to make some progress. They're going to be 3 wide into the last couple of corners. Oscar Fan, unfortunately, into the grass again. And he's now down to P9 possibly, or no, P8 even. Not quite, gets back ahead of Compressor. And Tyne's still trying to make some moves. He's gone around the outside of Strudel, and it's worked. He's up to P5. Zed Green's managed to pull away from Nick a bit. Can he catch Nadir? He's got 3 laps after this one ends to go. It's going to be a big ask. We'll have to wait and see what kind of pace he's got. Kozil now up to third on the medium tyres. Yeah, he's having a good race so far. Got Tyne has now pulled away from Strudel as well. Strudel under pressure from Compressor here. Can Compressor make a move? Not quite. Is Nick going to have a look? No, he stays behind for now. Kozil holds P3 for another day, and Aloxium is now our second retiree of the race. And we're now down to 14 drivers, which means only two finishes here aren't going to get points. Which currently is Lemons and OMRL as it stands. Oh no, sorry, Lemons and Fast Pace. So it looks like OMRL could get his first point of the season, which would be good stuff for him. And Nadir looking strong as he starts the final lap of the race. 1.78 is the gap. Kozil's also managed to pull away. Nick has had a very, very poor few laps, and he's just gone from battling for P2 to now sitting in P5. So yeah, not good for him. But to wait and see what he can do on his final lap. Got Compressor and Strudel still battling. Oscar Fan not too far behind as well. That's Compressor up the inside of Strudel. Have to wait and see if he can hold it. And here we go, Nadir. He's already weaving up to the line, and he wins in Turkey. Zed Green takes P2, his worst finish of the season. You've got Tyne, takes the final spot on the podium, actually gets Kozil at the end there. So very good for him. Nick takes P4, Kozil 5th, Strudel takes P6, Oscar Fan 7th, Compressor took 8th, T2 9th, Leo took P10, Snowy off to P11, and OMRL the final point in P12. Lemons and Fast Pace, unfortunately, don't even get to cross the line. They were 13th and 14th, and then Aloxian and Kyoto are only two retirees of the race. So yeah, great performance from Nadir. Was 15th in the standings before today, so that will definitely boost him up a bit. And Zed Green extending his championship lead as well. And then Tyne on his return to OMRL, P3. Good result for him. Nick takes the fastest lap. And yeah, that is round 3. Only 2 more rounds to go now. And Zed Green had a 12-point gap to Francesco before today. 19-point gap to Oscar Fan before today as well. So after today, he's certainly looking good to win the title. But he's got 2 more rounds to try and hold on, which I will see you then. We got Niagara Falls next week. So yeah.